All right, Bookin With The Boys, chapters 7, 8, and 9, Lord of the Flies, which finally got kind of an explanation of the title. So, good 3 chapters. I feel like is the most entertaining 3 to listen to. Chapter 7, Shadows in Tall Trees. As the boys continue to search for the beast, Ralph reflects on how dirty and unkept they've become, longing for home and civilization. He participates in a boar hunt, momentarily feeling the thrill of violence. Ooh. Afterward, the boys reenact the hunt in a dangerous ritual, nearly harming Robert, which hints at their growing savagery. Simon sneaks away to his secret spot in the jungle while Ralph, Jack, and Roger climb the mountain at night. In the darkness, they see the dead parachutists, but its eerie movement in the wind makes them believe it's the beast. They flee in terror. I mean, they kind of, when you're fearful of something, you will almost tend to believe that fear more than be rational.
Yeah.
If you're in a fear state.
100%.
So, chapter 7, it was kind of weird because chapter 7, listening to it, I kind of got the gist of them going up the mountain. And then it was kind of murky on, like, when I'm listening to it, it's almost like I have to actually, like, focus on exactly what the words are saying. Or it's kind of hard to, I get kind of lost.
That's how reading the book is. It's just, you know, the terminology is just, like, just the language that they're using and the short kind of choppy sentences make it kind of hard to follow sometimes.
Yeah, it's not that clear. I mean, okay, here's a question on chapter 7. Ralph briefly enjoys the thrill of hunting in chapter 7. What does this moment suggest about human nature in the struggle between civilization and savagery?
You know,
that's a good question.
That is a good question. I think it's like when you start approaching things that may be more primal in nature, you're getting like a taste for blood. I think it's kind of that. It's like, damn, I've been living civilized, and then you go camping, and it's like, damn, okay, like I feel kind of good. So I think it's the lines are starting to get a little blurred.
They are getting blurred. I agree. I feel like it's you kind of get this in like competing in sport.
Yeah,
where you're able to like go for it and like really like let it out, and it's primal. Like a lot of people like start talking shit, or like you just like get really like focused on like wanting to beat this person.
Yeah, people are hitting you. Come on.
Yeah,
let's go. Get it up.
So then they get a little taste of it, and he likes it, which is kind of maybe
it's a thrill. Yeah.
And
you're getting that adrenaline pump. You go fast in your car.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I feel
alive.
Yeah, I know it's dangerous, but yeah, you feel alive.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, and then I'm going 40 miles per hour and a 45. It's like 2 completely different experiences.
It's like we saw this person on a motorcycle with no helmet.
Yeah, it's
risky. Like, that's a thrill. I sent you chapter 8. You want to read chapter 8?
Oh, yeah, let me pull it up. Chapter 8, Gift for the Darkness. Jack challenges Ralph's leadership, but when the boys don't support him, he storms off to form his own tribe. Many of the older boys, drawn to Jack's promise of hunting and fun, eventually join him. Jack and his tribe kill a pig and place its head on a stick as an offering to the beast. Simon, alone in the forest, encounters the rotting pig's head, which he hallucinates as the Lord of the Flies. In a disturbing vision, it speaks to him, confirming his earlier thoughts. The beast isn't a creature, but the darkness within the boys themselves. Meanwhile, Jack's tribe steals fire from Ralph's group, showing their growing independence and aggression.
There was a split between Jack and Ralph's grouping. Chapter 8 question. Jack successfully forms his own tribe. Why do so many boys choose to follow him instead of Ralph? What does this say about leadership and power? I feel like it says almost, for one, it's like a tale as old as time. It's like politicians, they'll promise you things. Yeah. And they're like promising you all the benefits you want, and they'll give you everything and more if you just vote for them or follow them. So that's kind of what he is doing.
Yeah.
I also think it's like, yeah, it's like a facade. And who can like keep the facade and keep everyone focused on like everything's gonna be okay if you come with me. That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I mean, it's fun. You're having a lot of fun. You're doing different things. No responsibility. It's like going out on the weekend, like fucking partying all weekend. It's like, well, Monday's going to come around. And it's like at some point, their fun is going to have to end because more important decisions are going to have to be made.
Yeah, because that path of fun can only lead so long. There's going to be a dead end at some point, like you said. Yeah, chapter 8.
What'd you think about, it's kind of like in movies when they say the title. It's like the Lord of Lord of the Flies.
I was like, oh, that's what they mean. Yeah, I was kind of like, okay, cool. The pig on the head and all the flies, and it did symbolize more of like, okay, this is like they're very uncivilized here, putting the pig on the spike, and all the flies joining. I mean, it was.
The pig's head. What do you think about that? Do you think it symbolizes anything?
Well, it just being an offering to the beast. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I did some research on it because I was curious.
Tell me more.
The title Lord of the Flies is a direct translation of the name Beelzebub.
Whoa. Jeez.
A biblical demon often associated with decay, corruption, and evil. In the novel Lord of the Flies, the pig's head on a stick left as an offering to the beast is swarmed by flies, symboling chaos, savagery, and the inherent darkness within humanity.
Whoa. Well, we've been just repeating Beelzebub all day. Gonna freaking summon
That's
something.
from one of those. What song is that from? Beelzebub.
This sounds like a holiday song.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, really?
For me. Yeah, that's.
Oh God,
weird.
Another song.
Yeah, that's a weird song too. We'll have to get into that next time. All right, chapter 9.
Chapter 9. A view to a death. A storm brews as Simon, now understanding the truth about the beast, climbs the mountain and discovers the dead parachutist. Realizing there is no real monster, he rushes to tell the others. Meanwhile, Jack holds a feast, luring nearly all the boys to his side. In the excitement, the boys perform another frenzied hunting dance. When Simon stumbles into the group, trying to tell them the truth, they mistake him for the beast. In their hysteria, in a violent frenzy, they beat him to death. That's not funny, it's fucked up. The storm washes Simon's body into the sea, along with the parachutist, symbolizing the loss of truth and innocence. This chapter marks the boys' complete descent into savagery. Yeah.
That's what I said was going to have to happen. Someone's going to die.
It's got to roll.
Yeah.
I didn't really, know that someone died, to be honest, when I was listening to it.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't get it. I listened to the part where they had the feast and Ralph and Piggy come up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they're tiptoeing around hey, can we get some food? And Jack was kind of holding court and holding that power of I killed this pig, this is mine. Yeah, you can have some food here, but I'm going to make you wait and understand.
You're going to watch me eat as you starve.
Well, yeah. And so chapter 9 question. Why did the boys mistake Simon for the beast and kill him? Do you think they realize what they have done, or are they too far gone? I don't know why they killed him. Why did they kill him?
Well, I mean, they said that they mistook him for the beast, but that's kind of, I think it could come out in the future, later in the book, that maybe they knew it was him and they already had kind of a plan to beat him up.
Oh.
I think that could be possible, and maybe it went too far. But I think the reality is, like, their fear and anxiety overcame them. And just, like...
They blacked out.
You know, if you're going to be just live in a very afraid state, anything is going to, like...
Yeah.
You know, force you to react.
You know what that reminds me of?
No.
When we went paintballing.
Yeah.
And it was the final map, and there was like a big... it was a big map in the middle. There was like a barricade, like kind of like a little small apartment type deal.
Yeah.
And I ended up shooting my own teammate, Callum, like 3 times. Because I was like expecting some... Because at the beginning of the thing, they're like, all right... There's no distance rule in the close quarter, so I could go up to you and put my gun right on you and shoot you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, if I go in there, I got to be prepared. And
Shoot
so I was expecting
range.
right when I saw someone. It was like Call of Duty. I was just going to like...
Yeah, you're going to shoot regardless.
If it's my teammate, it doesn't kill him, right?
Yeah. So imagine you're waiting for the beast.
Yeah.
And then
he's about
something comes up. Get him. And then they throw the last punch, and they're like, oh no, it's like, Simon. And then Jack's probably like, well, he had it coming anyways.
Yeah. There you go. How does Simon's death change the direction of the novel? What does it symbolize? I mean...
Kind of feels like all hope is lost.
Yeah, it seems like they're just dead set on the beast, and it's like the beast is like leading their decision making, and they have no real at least it's Jack's tribe. Ralph and Piggy are the logical ones. They got to take back, and maybe they got to just kill Jack.
He's got too big of a fan base.
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of power.
Piggy's going to have to make a move.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to join Jack? Or do you think he's
maybe to sabotage?
I like it.
I don't know. We'll see.
But
see. It definitely got more interesting.
It definitely did. So, yeah. If you guys have been watching this, thanks for sticking in on us and tuning in. Lord of the Flies, we'll be back next Saturday.
Was that the last 3?
10, 11. Yeah.
That'll be the last 3.
We'll finish up.
Finish up, and we'll have a decision on April's.
That's right. Yep.
We'll do something more exciting.
Yeah, I think we'll reevaluate some things.
But this is the momentum builder.
Yeah. Nice. Another week. Logging in.